I'm Lynn from the Wandering Shepherds, and here's what we're doing today at Charleston Lake. We had whitecaps. This is the day we were looking forward to the most. And see, look at the wind. 20 minutes to round that little bend. Oh my goodness. So let's get started, and don't forget to watch this slideshow at the end of the video. It's evening, just before I start to make supper at the cottage. And Arnie decided to take the kayak out for a little spin around this island, Pine Island, which is this one in front of us, to see how it goes. And we're hoping that tomorrow will be a canoeing day for us. And I see a kayaker in the distance, and I'm going to assume that that's Arnie. And it looks like he's doing really well. And he's got perfect conditions for it, too. You couldn't get any stiller than that. I've got Arnie's camera. And it doesn't have quite as good a focus and zoom as mine does. Mine's getting charged up. You can see him going alongside the island right there. That's definitely him. And just as I took my camera away from the water, a fish jumped out. So maybe we'll see another one. How's it going?
Not too bad.
That didn't take you very long.
No, a little water in here. I don't know if it's leaking or I left water in here.
Really? Now you're backlit. Okay, I'll come pull you in. Okay, we are not swimmers, and we waited for the warmest day, but what we didn't count on was the windiest day. So it was a game of terror on the water. We had whitecaps, and I always said that kayaking was the easiest thing, that even babies could do it, because it was always easy for me in the past. And today, against the wind, you had to be Arnold Schwarzenegger to go against the wind.
I think it's a young man's sport.
Well, it is on weather like this. Look at the wind. I'm gonna walk. We're done now. Like, I was too afraid to bring my camera in the canoe because I envisioned us capsizing and me losing my phone. We were out for how long were we out? What time? We got here at 12:30.
You know, if you watch my YouTube videos, and I know I should be losing a little bit of weight.
Yeah.
My pants is actually falling down now.
Why?
I think I lost weight up there.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, so I think we were out there for 2 hours. But you gotta...
You moving
The wind is ridiculous. Like, I'm in a sheltered spot right now, but I'm gonna go down here. And it looks beautiful. The camera's making it look really, really calm right now. But if you can see the trees blowing, pine trees don't blow, but these ones are blowing. It's that windy. And actually, now that we've pulled in, it's a little better. But there were points where you would be paddling and you'd be by a buoy, for instance. There's a buoy right out here. I don't know if it shows up on the camera because I'm backlit. There it is, right there. I swear it took us 10 minutes to pass that buoy. It was so windy. And then so when we started, we headed across to those islands. And it wasn't too bad. That was our learning curve. And we got around there and it was quiet in among the islands. And then while we were learning and puttering around, the wind picked up. And that's when the whitecaps started. And yeah, it wasn't a fun day. So this is the day we were looking forward to the most. That's a ponytail, but honestly, I feel like I have no muscles left. Like they're like iron. We were out here 2 hours. I think that's pretty good. I didn't think we'd make it back to shore. It was so hard to go against the wind, but we did it. And next time we know never to go out kayaking in the wind. Only go when it's crystal clear, because my past experience with kayaking was that it was just the most enjoyable thing. You could coast along, look at the scenery. There was none of that here. It was all about trying to beat the waves, trying to hold your track, trying to get through the waves and to your destination. And yeah, it's not enjoyable when you can't enjoy the scenery and stuff like that. But it was an adventure, so we'll say that we had a wonderful adventure at Charleston Lake, and it didn't deter me. I will definitely come back, because now the challenge is, are we too old, or we just picked a really rotten day to do it? How was it?
I think you used the different muscles, right?
Well, yeah, it took us a while to figure out also that we had like foot places where we could put our feet, and so our legs got sore real quick until we figured that there were little foot things that we could adjust and rest on. That helped a lot.
Then you have to go online, or someone can tell you, should your feet be laying flat out, or should they have a little kink to them?
Yeah, I'm thinking a little kink, but maybe we had too much kink. I don't know. But we had lucky kayak 13 and kayak 14.
I had 13.
You had the 13, I had the 14.
I'm okay with that unlucky stuff. My whole life is unlucky.
And then, the other thing we wanted to test out was this longer kayak, more stable than the little one I tried out at the cottage. And the answer is way more stable. Even with all the wind and bouncing around, it was definitely more stable. So I would not recommend anyone, unless they really knew what they were doing or it was really calm, to stay away from the little 10-footers and get a 13-footer that's kind of flat bottomed if you're a beginner. Some guy went by us with a really slim C-type kayak, and he was flying by.
That's a 10-foot, that's an old one right there.
Oh yeah.
And it's going to catch a lot more water.
It was like a bath toy, I felt. It just was real.
Some weight up.
Yeah.
This is a lot heavier.
It definitely felt way more stable. And the lady at the park, I asked if anybody had gone in for a drink, And she said not usually, occasionally she says it's more likely with two people in a canoe where they go in the water. And I had the little white paddle and Arnie had the big green one.
So you can adjust yours, eh? But you couldn't adjust the one I had.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Adjust it in what way? Make it
Well,
longer?
You can go like this, you see.
Or just undo it
No.
for
You can go like
travel?
this. So now when you're pedaling, see this one's coming coming out of the water, and this one's going in. So you see it doesn't catch the water, I think, and you turn it. I don't know why people do that.
Okay. Not sure. But
Not
yeah,
professionals.
we're not even anythings. But we've rented cottages before and had kayaks, and it's been like the highlight of the trip. And today was probably not
Well,
not the highlight of the trip.
Kayaking's not the same as running a barge at home.
A barge?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm just kidding.
But look at the wind in the trees.
Yeah, there's a
Like it's ridiculous,
there's a storm
really.
system coming in right now. So, but we did do it.
We did it. It's a beautiful, beautiful spot. No doubt about it.
Another thing to check off for this.
Yeah, and well, now the challenge is, the challenge today was to see if I was just really wobbly or if it was the little kayak at the cottage. So I got my answer to that. It was not me, it was the kayak. And now the challenge is, are we too old for this? Or did we pick a really, really bad day?
I'm going to jump in the water for a second.
I think you should.
Huh?
I think you should.
I want to see if this will hold me up.
That's right.
Is your hand on
Because
that wall?
aren't I have the rental life jacket. That wasn't good enough for Arnie. Arnie had to
Okay.
buy his own life
I'm going to
jacket.
jump in for a second. Over my head.
Well, you have to go pretty far out to go over your head.
I am.
So go do a run through the water.
But if I don't come up, I need a hand, okay? That's the whole point.
Okay. Well, I got a paddle.
And remember the spot where I go in, too. And I don't be dicking around some other place where I'm
Actually, run with the paddle. Then you can float with it on the way back.
Okay, give it a go.
See you later.
That's it. I trust it.
But yeah, this was the sunniest day we had. Yeah, you would think the sunny day would be the nice day. But unfortunately, too much wind. And last night, apparently, there were northern lights everywhere. Everyone was posting northern lights. And I kept looking and looking, and I could not see any northern lights. And I was going to go down to the dock to see if I could see any northern lights from there, because we do have a lot of trees around the cottage. But when I went out there in the dark, well, I got some video footage, and I'll show you why I did not go down to the dock. Tonight, I might try go down to the dock and see if they have northern lights tonight as well. You'd think if they have it once, they'd have it again. Okay, now we have to return all this. We had such big plans of where we were going to go today, but that didn't happen. But we did paddle. I'll show you where we paddled. So when we started at this beach. We paddled across this water to this big island over here. Doesn't look that far, but I would say, I don't know, how many feet to that island?
Sorry?
How many feet across to that island?
Oh, geez.
It's pretty wide.
Oh, yes, it's over 1,000 feet. That's
So it's farther than it looks.
way farther than you look.
So we went across there, and then we went around that, and there's a whole bunch of little islands back there. And we puttered around there, which was really nice. And we were going to go to the far shore because we had a destination in mind. But on the other side of that little island there, it was a major current, and it was like a funnel for the wind. There's no way we could get in there. So we jumped across to that little island, really little. And then we jumped across to this island here, and we went around that. It's a big island.
Cottage on it.
One cottage.
Private.
And
No, I don't.
then we went down and around, and we managed, I wanted to get over to the side where we had to get off. And see, look at the wind. I'm trying to make an excuse for us, but I'm telling you, it's easily 60-kilometer winds, which is nothing compared to what people in Florida are experiencing. But I mean, it in a kayak it is. So then we had to come across. Once we crossed over, we came up the shoreline, and we thought, well, we're being wimpy. So we passed by this beach, and it took us to get around this corner over here 20 minutes to round that little bend. The wind coming around there was so silly. But we did manage to get around it, and we continued on to the next beach in the park. I don't know how far that is, maybe a couple of kilometers. And then the wind got so hard that I paddled for 5 minutes and didn't move an inch. So, and at that point my arms were just burning. So we turned around and headed for shore, and coming back was a lot easier, that's for sure. And we came up here, and here's our tracks in the sand where we dragged the canoes or the kayaks. That was today's adventure. So sorry I couldn't show it to you, but I think Arnie got a little bit of footage, so you'll be able to see that. But that was our day, kayaking on Charleston Lake. Another thing is, before I never noticed my shoulders and my biceps and forceps. Is that what they're called? Anyway, when we were kayaking, I felt nothing before. They're really sore right now. And also my legs, like my eyes, like, I don't know. It was a difficult day. Really bad out there. I feel it's getting windier.
Lynn doesn't like the wind.
I went around that island and I think it's getting windier.
Probably. Might not be able to get her way back on.
Well, I don't think I want to go in that deep water.
It could be because your hair, Lynn, is making it catch more.
Did you fix your paddles?
Yep. Too bad I didn't have a place to hold the phone, eh? I would set it in the bottom. You think it shouldn't get wet at the bottom?
So now we have to return the paddles and the life jackets. Arnie didn't wear his. He wore his own special brand new life jacket.
48 bucks, huh?
That's right, 48 bucks. And this one was free to rent. So we have to return the keys for the kayaks back at the main office. But they trust people to bring back the life jackets and the paddles, which is pretty trusting, I would say. See, someone dropped their key and bucket right here.
Yeah, thought she said drop it back off there. I thought that's what she said.
I thought she said that too.
Just do it.
Yeah. Looks like you can rent mountain bikes here too.
Huh?
So these are all the life jackets.
Small or
No, they're all the same size, Arnie.
you want top two?
They're all the same.
Okay, I didn't know where you got it from. Oh, they're all the same.
That's
Why
right.
would they say large then?
They don't.
It does. Oh, adult.
That's
And I'm not going to put these back in the holder because it's too difficult.
okay. No, as long as you just lay it there, that's fine. Everybody else did that. Okay.
But you see, yours had an angle on it.
Well, I wonder, look at, there's actually numbers on those things. They wouldn't match with the kayak, would they?
Where's the number?
On the actual paddle.
No. Yours doesn't have a number.
Okay.
But the one I had 5 on it. I don't know why.
Okay.
Oh, this one's got 9.
Maybe they're just numbering their paddles so that they know they're all there.
Maybe it's gone now.
Arnie's heading back to the farm to do chores, and the owl was hooting again, so.
He's right there. He's probably too long.
But we definitely have a resident owl. We haven't seen him, but we hear him every day, every night. We missed it. That's a big owl.
Yeah, I know. Just sit here. He's right there. But you can't see him, eh?
No.
I don't know if this. That's too bad that we don't have him on the noise.
He's very loud. Sounds like a bigger owl than a barred owl, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. That's a distinctive hoot too. Now I'm thinking that might not even be an owl. That actually sounds kind of scary. Well, thanks for joining us today on our really crazy kayaking adventure on Charleston Lake. Bye for now.